Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to the third installment of our fascinating journey through U.S. history. Today, we're in for an exciting adventure full of intrigue, buying and selling, expansion, and discovery. We'll dive into the history from Louisiana to Alaska, telling you how the country expanded and changed as it shaped its face. Get ready to dive into another exciting phase of American history. The heart of America beats to the rhythm of commerce, buying and selling, driven by centuries of destiny. This prologue is the key to understanding the great events that shaped the nation's destiny. Map guides from Louisiana to Alaska are bold and determined individuals seeking to expand their country's borders and make their mark on history. Here we'll explore how acquisitions, diplomacy, and a great desire for new horizons made America what it is today. Are you ready to embark on an exciting journey? Then let's travel together from Louisiana to Alaska and peer into the past of a great country, revealing another page of its fascinating history. In the early 19th century, in 1803, the United States made one of the greatest deals in history. The Louisiana Purchase, a land filled with mystery and riches, became a gold mine for American expansion. Let's dive into this epic by exploring how Americans were given the key to inexhaustible opportunities. The deal to buy Louisiana was made with France, and the U.S. paid a mere $15 million for this vast territory. Louisiana included land from the Mississippi to the Rocky Mountains, from the Gulf of Mexico to the Canadian border. In the early 19th century, the United States faced a historic choice that was intertwined with ambition and greedy eyes for new horizons. The purchase of Louisiana in 1803 for a mere $15 million was one of the greatest economic fortunes and strategic moves in the nation's history. France, under Napoleon's leadership, magnanimously parted with the territory later called the Land of Opportunity. From that point on, the U.S. faced a proud expanse stretching from the Mississippi to the Rocky Mountains and the sights of dreamers and entrepreneurs ready to turn these lands into a forge for new opportunities. In 1803, the United States bought Louisiana from France for $15 million, resulting in an incredible increase in territory to the west. After the deal, President Thomas Jefferson organized the historic Lewis and Clark expedition to explore the new land and expand understanding of the face of Louisiana. In a matter of years, Louisiana became a center for trade due to its fertile soils, abundant resources, and strategic location. The issue of expanding the slave order in Louisiana flared up, adding to the tension in the run-up to the Civil War. Chapter 1 of our fascinating road trip through Louisiana will illuminate for us how this land of opportunity became the platform for building a new chapter in American history, filling in the expanse on the map of opportunity and causing changes that are experienced to this day. Let's take a look at the tumultuous historical past of Texas, which was part of Mexico, but sought independence. What forces and leaders were behind the formation of a sovereign Texas, and how did this affect the map of the United States? Texas declared its independence from Mexico in 1836 and became the Republic of Texas. The Battle of the Alamo, 1836, and the Battle of San Jacinto, 1836, were key events in Texas military history. In an era when the spirit of conquest and the desire for freedom was heating up, Texas came on the scene, a land that was clamoring for independence. It was a period when Texas history was becoming key to the expansion of the United States and the creation of new horizons on the American map. In 1836, after the battles of the Alamo and San Jacinto, Texas declared its independence from Mexico and became the Republic of Texas. The Battle of the Alamo in 1836 became a symbol of resistance, and the victory at San Jacinto was a key moment in the fight for independence. In 1845, Texas joined the United States, becoming the 28th state, which provoked conflicts with Mexico. Disputes over Texas's borders caused the Mexican-American War, 1846 to 1848, which ended with the signing of the Third Peace of Guadalupe. Texas left its mark on the culture, serving as the source of cowboy epics, large-scale ranches, and authentic Texas music. Chapter 2 invites us to delve into the history of Texas, a star on the horizon that erupted in moments of strife and aspiration, leaving its indelible mark on the history of the United States. The Oregon Trail became a guiding star for pioneers heading west in search of a better life. What challenges did they overcome in their quest for the Promised Land, and how did it affect the American map? The Oregon Compromise of 1846 established the boundary between the United States and British North America at the 49th parallel. The Oregon Gold Rush attracted many gold prospectors who accelerated the development of the area. The Oregon Trail drew pioneers and dreamers like a starlight, beckoning them with the promise of a better life out west. It was a time when every step along the way meant encountering adventure and discovering new territory. Let's take a trip through Oregon and feel the inspiration of soaring horizons. In 1846, the Oregon Compromise established the boundary between the U.S. and British North America at the 49th parallel. The Oregon Trail was the route many pioneers traveled westward in pursuit of the Promised Land. The gold rush in Oregon attracted gold prospectors, accelerating the development and transformation of the area. Oregon left its mark on American culture, reflected in the art, literature, and music of the time. Oregon came to symbolize the frontier of the New World, where the development of new territory went hand in hand with the development of a new society. Chapter 3 invites us to follow in the dusty footsteps of pioneers crossing the New World frontier on the Oregon Trail to understand how these revelatory horizons shaped American history and formed the basis for the pursuit of new horizons. The purchase of Alaska in 1867 was a kind of finish line in the U.S. global expansion game. Let's take a look at how it happened and how this ice treasure contributed to the country's development. The deal to buy Alaska was made between the U.S. and Russia for $7.2 million. Gold, oil, and natural resources made Alaska a key asset for the United States in the 20th and 21st centuries. As great powers sought to push beyond their borders, Alaska became a magnet for attention and ambition. The land of ice, mountains, and wild beauty became an object of lust, and the story of its acquisition became one of the most remarkable moments in American history. Until 1867, Alaska belonged to Russia. It was known as Russian America, and the main value to Russia was precious furs and hides. Alaska became an object of American attention due to increasing pressure from Britain over territorial issues. Diplomat William Seward accomplished the diplomatic feat of persuading the purchase of Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million, marking it as one of the most successful moves in diplomatic history. In the late 19th century, Alaska attracted the attention of gold prospectors during the Klondike Rush, bringing a sudden economic boost to the region. Alaska is renowned for its unique ecological richness, including majestic glaciers, wild nature preserves, and diverse fauna. In 1867, Alaska became part of the United States, bringing with it a wealth of natural resources and native cultural heritage. Chapter 4 invites us to delve into the story of the ice jewels, where diplomatic genius, gold rushes, and the majesty of nature combined to create one of the most fascinating pages in the book of American history. Let's summarize and evaluate the traces left by these expansions on the map of America. How have they shaped national identity, and what do they mean to us today? When we gaze at a map of America, we see not just land, but traces of history laid down by generations, dreamers, and those who boldly stepped into uncharted lands. Chapter 5 invites us to appreciate the traces left by the gold rush and the conquest of the Wild West, and how they shaped the modern United States. The desire for freedom and new opportunities brought together pioneers who risked their lives to cross the continent, building lives in unfamiliar conditions. The conquest of the Wild West was accompanied by technological changes, such as the construction of railroads and telegraph lines that connected disparate areas. Cowboy culture, born on the frontier, became an integral part of American history and cinema. The gold rush left not only material traces, but also an impact on the nation's mentality, fueling the American dream of success. The economic renaissance, spawned by gold and booming activity, led to a strengthening of the U.S. economic position on the world stage. The cultural artifacts created in the Wild West still shape contemporary perceptions of American identity. Chapter 5 invites us to appreciate the depth of the footprints left by pioneers and gold prospectors, and how these footprints fit into the overall map of United States development, becoming a legacy that we adopt and value in our own time. As we conclude our journey from Louisiana to Alaska, we pause before a picture where new frontiers blossom, the American experience takes hold, and the country strives for its greatness. This epic of buying, selling, and expanding paved the way for the formation of the United States in a world where dreams become reality and territories take on their own unique character. In this fascinating historical journey, we have seen how America boldly stepped forward, overcoming challenges, expanding its borders, and shaping its character. From those golden days in Louisiana to the icy expanse of Alaska, this history is not only a lesson about the past, but also a key to understanding the present and future. We see how every purchase, sale, and act of expansion become links in a chain of events that create a unique history of the nation. These pages, filled with feats, hardships, and triumphs, become the legacy we carry within us and part of what makes us Americans. Thus, as we close this chapter of history, we realize that these purchases, sales, and expansions are not just geographical terms, but living, breathing moments that have left their mark on the destiny of the United States, making our country what it is today. We hope you enjoyed our video. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to write to us in the comments.